Welcome to the Golden State Media Concepts Life and Happiness Podcast, the show that takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness Podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible.
Thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Life and Happiness Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Jordan Hall. Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing today? I'm a little sleepy, but I'm still going to do this podcast anyway because I love doing them. It's one of my favorite moments of my lifetime. All of you know that, so I don't really need to get into the nitty-gritty because all of you know how much I love these podcasts. So today, I will be talking about 12 habits of positive people and what they do differently, the law of attraction and why it's important, 41 sunflower quotes to brighten your day, and if you stick around until the end of the show, I will give you my own personal reasons why you should motivate yourself rather than looking for approval from others. Yeah, I tried to pick some unique concepts this time. I mean, I know I say that every time, but I'm trying to step outside the box and find different topics I haven't talked about before. I say that every time, but you got to make every podcast different. So for this segment, we're going to talk about 12 habits of positive people and what they do differently. There is a lot of people out there that think negatively and they never get any work done, and they wonder why they can't get work done because they're thinking negatively. They got to think positive things in order to motivate themselves to do good things. So let's look at 12 habits of positive people and what they do differently. For each article, it's on this website. All the articles that I chose for this podcast are on some website called successconsciousness.com. It has a lot of amazing articles on self-growth, positivity, self-discipline, any types of things like that. So let's get into the article. Do you consider yourself a positive or negative person? It depends on the person also. Some people can be more positive, more negative, a balance of both. And if you're more positive, you get more work done. If you're more negative, you get less work done. But this article will show what are some of the habits of positive people and what they do differently. It will help you adopt positive habits in case you do not have any of them. Gee, thanks. I mean, that way to make us feel bad. No, I know it's not trying to make us feel bad, but maybe this will help people who think negative all the time to start thinking positive. Positive people don't wait for life to change so they can start enjoying it. Yeah, they put effort in. They don't just wait for blessings to happen or a sign from God, whatever they believe in. They know that they can enjoy it right now. They don't worry about problems and obstacles. They set out ways to solve them. They put their initiative in and they try to find things that make them happy and that motivates them. Positive people possess certain character traits that help them view their life in a different way and therefore feel happier and better. So let's look at some of those habits now so I can motivate you. Okay, there's like an explanation before that. Have you ever wondered how positive people think and what makes their lives happier? What habits do they possess and what goes on in their minds? Yes, even myself reading this article, I am very interested. So let's keep going. Below you will find a list of 10 things they do. With just a little perseverance, you can adopt what they do and start improving your life. And the first one says, positive people expect their plans to work out. Sometimes they don't always work out, but expecting it to is a good step. and it will probably point towards more positive thinking. They don't let their fears and worries let them down, and they don't allow thoughts of failure to dominate their minds. That's very true. They find ways to block out their negative thoughts by just not thinking that. In their mind's eye, they see their plans and their goals as accomplished. This doesn't mean that everything will work out smoothly. Like everyone else, they encounter obstacles and problems, but they don't let them stop them. That's very true. I mean, you can't expect no negativity in your life, but you can think about your negative things in a positive mindset. They always strive to find ways to overcome the obstacles and solve the problems they face. They don't just give up and say, "Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm not strong enough." They find a way, because there will always be obstacles in your life. You just got to figure out a way to overcome those obstacles. You can't just say, "Oh, there will be no obstacles." You can say that to yourself, but it will help you motivate yourself better. Positive people don't dwell on failure. If they fail, they don't allow the failure to drag them down to negative thoughts, depression, and discouragement. If they fall, they get up, try again, or find alternative plans. That's true. They never give up. They don't just sit down in defeat and say, "Hey, I'm not strong enough to do this." And they don't say, "What if this happens? What if that happens?" Because there's so many things that could go wrong. But if you don't think about that, nothing really will go wrong. And if something does go wrong, you can get through it. You can find a way. The third one is positive people are always busy doing something useful. They don't just sit there and just do nothing. They don't stay idle or passive. They want things done. This could be on a small scale or on a big scale. This trait of character expresses itself in their private affairs, in their work, and their relationships. But also, if you have free time, they don't just sit there and go on YouTube. They do something creative, like play the piano, go outside and dance, like anything. Even if they look stupid, they still do it. The next one is improve and grow. Well, improvement and growth. They always seek to improve themselves, their life, and their behavior, and they strive to build constructive habits. Exactly. You can't just not learn anything. If you don't learn, you don't grow. So if you say like, "Oh, I don't want to learn this class, it looks too hard," you're giving up. You're not taking risks. You're just assuming it's going to be too hard when you didn't even take the class yet. So you can improve yourself by taking risks and trying things that you've never done before. They always try to do better, whatever they do. So don't just sit there and not try anything difficult. Try something difficult. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But don't just sit there and not do anything. The next one is they don't wait for changes. They create them. Again, you don't just sit there and wait for your life to change. You got to do it yourself. Positive people don't wait for change and improvement. They don't blame their environment and other people for their life. Like, you can't just go up and say and blame God for all of your failures. Only you can change your failures or make sure it doesn't happen again. And they can set out to make the changes they want. They don't wait for luck, miracles, or for circumstances to change. Those are people that just give up and they don't do anything. They look for ways to make the change they want. Yep, very true. The next one is positive people learn to let go. They don't dwell on the past. They don't think about all the failures they did, and they're not like, "Oh, why did I do that in the past? Why did I do this? Why did I do that?" Dwelling on negative thoughts that happened in the past helps no one. It's just a waste of time and energy and prevents you from living fully in the present. It's like tying a heavy rock to your back. Learning to let go sets you free from them. There's a lot of things in my life that I can't let go. Like, why did I date certain people in the past? Why did I make these certain friends? But at the end of the day, it was your choice in the past, and you just got to let that go. Letting go of the past sets you free from many oppressing and useless thoughts and worries and makes you feel happy. Oh yeah, another thing. Why did I choose to do this for my project? Or why didn't I stand up for myself when I was getting bullied? Why didn't I put my foot down and say, because I used to get taken advantage of a lot when I was younger. And why didn't I put my foot down and say, "Hey, you can't use me like that. Stop taking advantage of me. I am my own human being and only I can control my life, not you." Yeah. Letting go is like dispersing the heavy clouds in the sky and that hide the sun, and letting the sun shine on your world. Very, 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 very true. Positive people find it easier to let go than negative people. They let it dwell in their thoughts. Negative people let their past things dwell in their mind because it's difficult for negative thoughts to just go away. It really is, because difficult for negative thoughts to lodge in their minds. All right, the next one is these people do not wait for happiness, they create it. Again, don't just sit there and wait like waiting for a movie to start. Your life isn't a movie, your life is real. Positive people focus on happy events and on success. They seek ways to get results and refuse to be discouraged by people or circumstances. These people want to improve the quality of their lives and to create more happiness and satisfaction. Yes, very, very true. They don't just sit idle and wait. This attitude prevents any kind of negative thoughts from entering their minds. This is kind of getting repetitive, but I hope I'm reinforcing the thought. When there are no negative thoughts, there is more inner peace, and this leads to a sense of happiness. Yep. Heard it all before. Positive people live in the present moment. They don't dwell on the past. They don't think about what they could have done and what they couldn't have done. They think about the future and what they can do for the future. They live in the present moment and enjoy it. They don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. Well, yeah, they might make plans for the future, but they don't worry about what choices they'll have to make in the future. And they know how to make these plans come true, and it requires that they carry them out now in the present than doing it later. I mean, you can come up with a bucket list for later in your life, but might as well do your bucket list now, make changes now, make risks now. These people search for solutions. When facing problems and obstacles, they search for solutions. They don't just wait for one, and they're sure they're going to find it. They will read, seek advice, make experiments, or try new ways, and eventually they will solve any issue they might face. They don't just sit idle again and wait for the solution. They will do everything to overcome problems and hindrances, and if they are unavoidable, they will accept the situation calmly and make new plans. They won't complain about their life. They won't be like, oh, how could this have gone differently? Your life is not... You can't redo your life. You can't, if you make a mistake, you can't undo it. What's done is done, and you just got to accept it. Positive people do not complain. I complain a lot, but I'm usually a positive person. But sometimes when something negative happens, because I have anxiety, I'm not using this as an excuse, but I have anxiety, and sometimes I blow things out of proportion. But when I know things work out, I'm usually positive. Positive people do not complain. They know that complaining is a waste of time that leads nowhere. I know, but sometimes I do it by accident and I don't mean to. Comparing is opposite to their true nature, which is positivity and optimism. Yeah, I mean, I'm a positive person, but I sometimes do that. So, positive people never consider themselves as victims of circumstances. To believe that you are a victim of circumstance and events shows a negative attitude towards yourself and your life. It also means that you lack self-confidence and self-esteem. Yeah, if you believe that you are a victim and act like one, you allow other people to pull your strings and affect your life. I don't think I'm a victim of anything. I'm not. The world is not trying to punish me. You're on this earth to live your life. You're not a victim of anything. Positive people don't allow other people to pull their strings. They know that blaming others for their problems and situations leads nowhere. It's not anybody's fault that you exist. It's not your fault that you exist. You're just on this earth to live a happy, healthy life. They know that they should pull their own strings. They rely on themselves, are happy and confident, and expect productive results. This attitude prevents negative thoughts from entering their minds and affecting their behavior. Yeah, very, very true. Positive people take responsibility for their actions and for their life. Again, they don't go blaming other people for their problems and trying to divert the attention away from them. They take responsibility for what they do or did, and they don't blame others for their mistakes to justify what they did. They take action to make changes in their life, to progress and to succeed, and do not wait for circumstances to change or people to help them. Yep, that's very, very true. All of this stuff is true. How many of these habits do you find in yourself? There are more positive habits, except these ones, but there is enough to start those mentioned here on your way to a positive life. And here's some positive quotes at the bottom that the article includes. Our attitude toward life determines life's attitude toward us. Only you can determine your own future. Positive attitude can really make dreams come true. It did for me. Some guy named David Bailey. Good for you, David Bailey. I'm glad everything worked out. Having a positive mental attitude is asking how saying it can't be done. Again, Bo Bennett, I'm glad everything worked out. If these celebrities can be positive, you can too. So that concludes this segment. I am so glad that I was here with you guys for this segment. The next thing I will be talking about in the next segment is the law of attraction and why it's important. We will be right back.
Are you tired of the same old news? Are you sick of the seemingly endless political spin and negativity? The GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast is a weekly news podcast covering all the top positive and uplifting news stories. We cover stories that will inspire, uplift, and remind you of the good in the world. Tune into the Golden State Media Concepts America Still Beautiful podcast to get all the great and positive news stories of today. Download the GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
Hello, everyone. We're back with segment 2. Last segment, we talked about 12 habits of positive people and what they do differently. And for this segment, we will be talking about the law of attraction and why it's important. Let's get into the article. It's the same article. It's successconsciousness.com. And it says the law of attraction, meaning and definitions. It's really powerful because this is how you get boyfriends, and this is how you get friends. The law of attraction is very powerful. The law of attraction is the attractive magnetic power of the universe that manifests through everyone and through everything. I mean, yeah, like, people are naturally attracted to each other whether they like it or not. It is part of the creative power of the universe. Even the law of gravity is part of the law of attraction. This law attracts thoughts, ideas, people, situations, circumstances, and the things you think about. Like how everybody has the same likes and dislikes. Like why I like a certain celebrity and someone else likes the same celebrity. I find the same person attractive than I do somebody else. It's interesting why people have the same interests. The law of attraction manifests through your mind, thoughts, and imagination. Yep. Like, you know how some songs sound the same? Like, in music, sometimes melodies can sound the same. I mean, I guess that's attraction, right? You're attracted to a certain melody and so is somebody else. It draws to you thoughts and ideas of a similar kind, people who think like you exactly, and situations and circumstances that you repeatedly think about. Yeah. Like celebrities, books, people, anything like that. Manifesting with the law of attraction. When you use it correctly, this power manifests in your life the things that you want. It is the law and power that brings into your life people that can help you with your plans, like your mom, dad. I mean, you have to have a good relationship with your parents. Otherwise, you're not going to grow and you're not going to become the person you want to be without their guidance. I mean, yes, it is up to you to determine your life, but without your parents, without your friends, like, you're not going to be happy with yourself unless you have people around you supporting you. It is the power that can create the situations and circumstances you want. Yeah, but you also got to do it for yourself, too. It is also the power that draws into your life the things you want and helps you achieve your dreams. It is the means to create the life you desire. I mean, can't you be attracted to, like, jobs, too? Or, like, aspirations? If you aspire to be something, is that an attraction? Like, oh, I'm attracted to being a singer. Or, oh, I'm attracted to being a lawyer. Does that mean that it's an attraction? I always thought of attraction as being attracted to a person. Can you be attracted to your job or attracted to a stuffed animal? Like, how does that work? You can make it work for you with the help of creative visualization and affirmations. You can make it work by visualizing a mental image of what you want to achieve or by repeating positive affirmations. Well, that's all positive reinforcement. If you think about positive things will happen, or you will motivate yourself to do positive things. Like, I was literally just reading how positive people think. Like, again, positive people repeat positive affirmations in their head in order to achieve the things they want. This whole article is what positive people do. The law of attraction is very powerful, but can it be negative too? I wonder if attraction can be negative. Like, if you're attracted to the wrong person or attracted to the wrong occupation or something, like, what if you aspire to be a criminal or aspire to be... It's very interesting, this whole thing. Like, you can do this in a bad way, but you should be doing it in a positive way. In this mind, when you do positive affirmations, you can create and manifest in your life what you visualize or repeat in your mind. Instead of repeating negative things, you should repeat positive things in your mind. There have always been people from ancient times till now who knew about this law and how to use it. It's a law? They knew that repeating the same thought day after day with interest and feeling makes it materialize and manifest their dreams and goals. So if I think in my head over and over, I'll be a singer, or I'll be a lawyer, it will happen. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I've discussed this a lot in my podcasts. Positivity in general. Definitions of the law of attraction and how it manifests. What is the law of attraction definition? Here are a few definitions and clarifications that explain what the law of attraction is and how it manifests. Oh my god, there's so many definitions here. Yes! Oh my god! Positive and negative. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna go down to 8. I was literally just talking about this. Positive and negative. Positive thoughts attract positive events. Negative thoughts attract negative events. And the next one. Oh my god, negative thoughts. Okay, so this can happen, so don't do that. Don't do this. Negative thoughts. If you entertain feelings and thoughts about hardships and obstacles, then this is what you get. Exactly, this is a whole self-fulfilling prophecy thing. If you think negative, it will be negative. Wow, this is something. This article is really powerful. Okay, so let's go through all of them. Manifestation. It is one of the ways that the creative power of the universe manifests itself. I don't know what that means, but okay. Creation. It is the power and law of nature that constantly creates galaxies. That's true. I mean, we weren't here for the Big Bang, but this is pretty much how it formed. It creates galaxies, planets, metals, rocks, and even plants, animals, and people. Yep. I mean, let's go back to evolution. I mean, that's how we were created, the power of creation. Some people believe that Adam and Eve started the entire thing, like they were made out of clay or something. Like, it all goes back to that. Like attracts like. You bring into your life what you think about most often. Yeah, you do. Like, I like this certain artist, right? And I keep thinking about this certain artist. So for Christmas and for Easter, I keep asking for merch or something from this artist. So I keep bringing this artist into my life. Positive feelings attract similar feelings and situations. And yeah, exactly. If you think positive, you will act positive and positive things will happen. Put positive feelings into your thoughts and you will create positive situations. Well, it depends on the other person too. If you're being positive and the other person's being negative, I mean, doesn't it balance out? You try to overpower the person though. If they're being negative, be more positive right back to them. Thoughts are powerful. Thoughts attract corresponding situations and circumstances. The power that brings to you the things you want. It's the power that brings into your life the things you want and desire. Basically, the way you act will determine how your life will go. So your brain is powerful too. Focus is power. You attract into your life whatever you focus on. If you focus on school, you will do the best in school. If you don't focus on school, you won't do good in school. It's pretty much as simple as that. Focus on good things and you will get good things. Focus on bad things and you will get into trouble. Like not doing good in school. Pretty much. Yo, this is so good. This article is like so accurate. Positive and negative, I talked about that. Strong desire. I mean, that goes into the law of attraction, definitely, because you can desire a person. It is not enough just to wish for something. You've got to act on it. You need strong desire and faith to manifest what you want. But you should also put it into actions too, like actually do what you want to do. The mind acts like a magnet. It brings into being your dreams and desires. This means that you have to be careful of what you think. Because then if you think something, it might actually happen. Don't think negative things. You know what? We already talked about it. You can change your thoughts. If you think negative, you can think positive. It's easy. You know, just change your outlook on life and everything will be okay. Your thoughts determine how you live, how you interact with people, and how people treat you. It's within your power to change them. Yes, that is true. If you think negative things will happen. But you got to be like, you know what? Let's change it up to positive, and positive things will happen. This is all the same thing. Everyone uses it. This law is used by everyone, though mostly in an unconscious manner. I mean, you can do it consciously. If you don't think positive, you got to do it consciously. And then eventually thinking positively will be unconscious. Worries and anxieties. Filling the mind with worries and anxieties brings stress and unhappiness and repels the good things you want. Worrying, thinking what ifs. Again, things that negative people think. Things that you don't want to bring into your life. Happy thoughts. Fill the mind with happy thoughts will create positive energy and attract happiness into your life. And happy people. And happy celebrities. And happy anything. Oh, we don't want negativity. Yeah. The universal laws of creation. You are a part of the universal laws of creation and therefore have the power to make changes in your life and make your dreams come true. It's harder than it looks, though. Trust me. But you can do it. You probably have heard of success stories and wish to be part of this success. You want to use this law to attract money. I mean, it's not just about the money, but I guess that's something. If that's something you want, then you can go for it. Just don't get greedy and achieve your goals. You want to use it for losing weight and for other aspects of your life. Yes, even me. I had a dream that I was a model or something. Actually, this was a dream from last night. It was very, very, very weird. I had a dream that somebody wanted me to be a model for something because I had a nice stomach. And then apparently I had wrinkles or something on my hips or something. And they were like, yeah, you're really fit and stuff, but you have really saggy hips and you can't be a part of this model industry. Seriously, that happened in my dream last night. The people running the industry in my dream were like, oh, yeah, you have a nice stomach and you're very fit and we think you'd be a perfect asset. Just lose the weight in your hips more because your hips are sagging. And then, like, I felt my hips and my hips were, like, sagging or something. It was really weird, but again, going to a different topic, it doesn't matter how much you weigh or how much you... Just think positive, okay? Don't worry about how fat you are or how skinny you are. You are who you are. You just got to think positive and everything will be okay, you know? Yeah, your tool for success. This law is your tool for success, satisfaction, and getting the things you want. Using it in the right way can make great changes in your life. Physically, emotionally, and mentally. It can help you achieve almost anything you want. Achieve good things, though. You can't achieve bad things. No negativity. So let's finish off this segment with a few positive quotes. I'm going to read a few of them for you right now. There's like 5 of them. Yeah, I'm going to read all of them, and that will close out this segment. See the things that you want as already ours. Know that they will come to you at need. Then let them come. Robert Collier. The law of attraction states that whatever you focus on, think about, read about, and talk about intensely, you're going to attract more of into your life. Jack Canfield. Keep your mind fixed on what you want in life, not what you don't want. Napoleon Hill. What you radiate outward in your thoughts, feelings, mental pictures, and words, you attract into your life. Catherine Ponder. Cherish your visions and your dreams as they are the children of your soul, the blueprints of your ultimate achievements. Napoleon Hill. See yourself living in abundance and you will attract it. Rhonda Byrne. I hope these quotes today have motivated you to think positive and just be the best version of yourself. Because again, you can't motivate yourself without positive reinforcement. So that was the end of this segment. The next segment, I will be talking about 41 sunflower quotes to brighten your day. We will be back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
All right, we are back with segment 3. During this segment, actually last segment, we talked about the law of attraction and why it's important. But for this segment, we're going to be talking about 41 sunflower quotes to brighten your day. I know, like, this website, successionsconsciousness.com, is a great website because I found like 3 articles on here. It's amazing. Wow, I already found a really good quote here. True friends are like bright sunflowers that never fade away, even over distance and time. If you put in the effort to keep your friend, they will stay with you. And that quote was by Marie Williams Johnstone. Well, very good quote, very good quote. During difficult days, we sometimes need to stand tall and press our face to the sun, just like the sunflower. The sunflower is so majestic and beautiful, and with its cheery yellow petals, it looks like the sun. It would be a good idea to model our life, behavior, and attitude after it. Sunflower is honestly the theme of our life. We start out as a seed, as a baby. We plant it, and we are born. Just like the seed is planted and watered, we are born. And then as the plant grows, we grow. And as we grow hair on our head, the roots grow. And roots grow bigger and bigger, and so do we. We are honestly like a sunflower. We need to put more sunshine, happiness, and smiling into our life, irrespective of the kind of life we are currently living. Yes, exactly, the whole COVID thing. We can beat COVID if we're positive, and we've been doing that. If we display a positive attitude and strive to feel happy, we radiate these same emotions to the people around us, creating a more beautiful world. I feel like all the quotes I found are honestly all positive quotes. I love this website. When times are rough and when you face obstacles, do not let them turn your head away from the sun, and do not let them affect how you feel. Instead, stay focused on the positive people in your life as the sunflower keeps its face toward the sun. Wow, I'm getting emotional right now. It would be a good idea to carry a few sunflower quotes on a piece of paper in your pocket or on your phone so you can read them to brighten your day whenever you feel the need for some sunshine in your life. And let's read some sunflower quotes now because I am getting emotional as heck and I really want to cry right now. So let's go. Oh, Jerry Spinelli, he's an author. Let's read it. I faced the gaudy sunflower on her canvas bag. It looked hand-painted, and at last my eyes fell into hers. I said, "Thanks for the card." Her smile put the sunflower to shame. She walked off. Sometimes sunflowers can lead you to soulmates, and then when you realize that the person has a beautiful personality, it's even more radiant than the sunflower itself. But we shouldn't compare people to sunflowers. I mean, nice people and sunflowers are pretty much the same. So the next one is true friends are like bright sunflowers that never fade away, even over distance and time. Oh, that's the one I just read up top. Wow, the website really liked this one, so it put it at the top. Very interesting. It is very true, though. Again, true friends are like bright sunflowers. Yes, sunflowers die, but friendships do not. Remember that that's the only difference between sunflowers and friendships. Friendships never die, sunflowers do. But they're very similar in the way that bright sunflowers are bright in personality and bright in their ability to stand tall. And so is friendships. The bond is impeccable, and the strength of the friendship is just as strong as the tall sunflower. So the sunflower is a favorite emblem of constancy. I don't know what that means, but it's a very good emblem. I agree. Thomas Bulfinch. Ah, sunflower, weary of time, who countest the steps of the sun. It is like the sun, seeking after that sweet golden climb where the traveler's journey is done. William Blake. I guess that means if you take risks and seek what you want to achieve, when your journey is done, you will receive a reward or something for the good deed you did, and that's the sunflower. I guess that's what he's saying. Hard work is like a sunflower. The reward you get after hard work is like a sunflower. It's bright and it's well-deserving. I guess that's what he's trying to say. If you work hard, you'll get a reward, just like a sunflower. Yeah. The road to freedom is bordered with sunflowers. Martin Farrell. I mean, that's probably what what slaves thought back in the 50s when they finally had their freedom. It felt like sunflowers. Or people who are tied down by their, parents, and their parents don't let them be free. That's another thing. If you're finally moving off to college and you're finally free of all these responsibilities. Well, you still have responsibilities, but you're free from being tied down. It's like it's full of sunflowers. Wherever the sun goes, the sunflower will follow. Wherever you go, goodness will follow. Through all the pain and all of the sorrow, through all of your bad moments, good things will follow. That's what they're trying to say. Laundriel wrote that. Sunflower in spring, they're just like you. Sunflower, wipe away your tears, all your doubts and fears. You were born to fly so high. I guess that means sunflowers are brave. You can wipe away all your tears, all your doubts and fears, and believe in yourself, basically. Alice Peacock. I like the last name. Pretty fancy last name, girl. Keep your face in the sunshine, and you cannot see the shadow. It's what sunflowers do. Helen Keller. I know who that is. But yeah, if you keep staying positive, you will not see the darkness. It's what people do when they stay positive. I could basically translate what they're saying, what the poets are saying. If I put the people inside the sunflowers, like every time they mention a sunflower, it's basically like us. It's basically like positive people. Flowers, aka positive people, have an expression of countenance as much as men and animals. Men? That's a little, I'll keep reading. Some seem to smile. Yeah, some people seem to smile. Some have a sad expression. Some are pensive and diffident. Wow, these are fancy words. Others, again, are plain, honest, and upright, like the broad-faced sunflower and the hollyhock. Wow, that was a hard-to-understand poem, but I guess what they're saying is people are different. Some smile, some are sad, some are pensive, some are honest, like a sunflower. Basically saying that all different people have different personalities, and that's what's beautiful about sunflowers is not all sunflowers look the same. I guess. We're all different. Henry Ward Beecher. Cool poem. We're all golden sunflowers inside. Aw, Allen Ginsberg. That was such a simple poem, but it summed up so much. In the morning, the sunflower blossoms due to the sun rays. This morning, I wanted to remind you that my heart blossoms with love for you every day as I wake up. It is going to do that forever. I'm going to write that to my next boyfriend and see if our relationship strengthens because of that. The sunflower blossoms in the morning. That's what happens in the morning. Flowers bloom, especially during the summer. Aww. It's basically what you would say to your boyfriend. Somebody named Sheila Carey. Light enchanted sunflower, thou who gazest ever true and tender on the sun's revolving splendor. I have no idea what I just read. Light enchanted sunflower, whose gaze is ever so true and tender on the sun. Cool. I tried to translate it, but I don't know if that worked. It was somebody named Pedro Calderon de la Barca. Okay, then. Smile to the world and smile to the people you love as a sunflower smiles at the sun. Very true. The sun and a sunflower are both very positive. They're both like best friends. They have an underlying friendship. It's amazing. Thank you, Remez Sasson, for that poem. Sunflowers end up facing the sun, but they go through a lot of dirt to find their way there. Very true. Positivity is very, very... positivity is easy to do. You just got to work for it. You just got to earn it. Fame is the scentless flower with... Oh my God, I can relate to this one. Fame is the scentless sunflower with gaudy crown of gold. But friendship is the breathing rose with sweets in every fold. Fame you should not strive for. Friendship you should. And this is something that I need to tell myself right now. And people who think that being famous will make you happy. No, real friendship will. Not like a dead sunflower. Real happy ones will get you somewhere. A lively sunflower will get you somewhere. A dying, wilting one will not. Every friend is to the other a sun. Wait, what? Every friend is to the other a sun, and a sunflower also. He attracts and follows. Jean Paul. These are all so positive. Oh my gosh. The morning glories and the sunflowers turn naturally toward the light, but we have to be taught, it seems. Yeah, not everybody naturally is positive. We got to teach some people to be positive through positive movies, positive TV shows, anything that promotes positivity. It will eventually help other people be positive as well through positive literature, positive poems, anything, even positive quotes, which I'm reading right now is definitely helping me become more positive. I mean, come on. A long time ago in a kingdom by the sea lived a princess as tall as bright as a sunflower. That's how all fairy tales should start, honestly. We're almost done with this segment. I'm going to keep reading, and sunflowers are awesome. Never look directly at the sun. Instead, look at the sunflower. Yeah, because looking at the sun can blind your eyes. Being negative can blind your train of thought. So think positive, your mind will be clear, and look at the sunflower. Your eyes will not hurt as you did when you looked at the sun. So, does she realize she looked like a sunflower, ready to rain sunlight on all who looked down upon her? I guess that means like there's some people who don't realize how confident they are and how lucky they are to be in the position they are. You got to realize how special you are and realize that people who look down on you are ready to face the rain. Very powerful indeed. Okay, so that is the end of segment 3. I had a lot of fun with this segment. I feel very positive right now. And all of you are sunflowers. So bloom and blossom like a sunflower. It's very good for you. So the next segment, I will be giving you my own personal reasons why you should motivate yourself rather than looking for approval from others. We will be back.
the Golden State Media Concepts Travel Podcast, the show that gives you advice on everything travel. We explore places you've always wanted to go, as well as giving tips for traveling in those places. We'll give you advice on the best sites for travel tips, information, and discounts. Join us as we travel the world, explore cultures, and meet new people. The Golden State Media Concepts Travel Podcast has got you covered. Download the GSMC Travel Podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
All right, everyone, we are on to the last segment. This is segment 4. For this segment, last segment, we talked about 41 sunflower quotes to brighten your day. For this segment, I will give you my own personal reasons why you should motivate yourself rather than looking for approval from others. I wanted to do this because my whole life, I've had very bad confidence in myself. Like I was never happy with myself. I always used the internet or social media to boost my confidence, and that's not a good way to do that. You have to motivate yourself. You have to give yourself positive affirmations. You have to remind yourself that you're special and that you mean something. So I wanted to do this so you can motivate yourself to do things rather than using other people in your life. Like, don't use your parents to make you feel better. Don't constantly ask, hey, mom, am I doing good at this? Am I doing good at that? Because sometimes I have to ask for verification if I'm doing good at something. No, you have to know that you're doing good. You have to remind yourself that you're proud of yourself. So I'm going to give you my own reasons why you should motivate yourself. The first reason is that you're going to start, if you start using people to define your confidence, you're going to keep doing it and you're never going to learn. So let's say you're using your parents to define your confidence. Like, hey, mom, am I doing good at this? Am I doing good at that? If you move away to college one day, I feel like you'll start making friends for the same reason. You're going to start making more friends and more friends and more friends, and then use those group of friends to define your confidence. You'll constantly ask them, hey, am I doing good at this? Hey, check out this video. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? So I don't want you to make friends or meet people just so you can gain a fan base or gain people, like get attention from others. You're not just going to make friends for the sole reason of getting attention. Because some people do that. They make friends as a competition to feel more important. The more friends you gain, the more your social status will go up. Social status doesn't matter to you. It shouldn't matter to you. The people who love you in your life should be yourself and your friends, but only you can determine your own happiness and confidence. So don't use friends as an excuse. Another one, why you should go look inward. Another reason why you should look inward is you'll feel more motivated to produce art for yourself. You won't just start a project just to please people. You won't just, how on social media you can tell people what your requests are? Like, oh, guys, pick the next book you want me to read or movie you want me to watch. You should pick your own movie and your own book to read, not ask the internet what you should do. You'll do it for yourself. You'll be more motivated to do things that you want to do rather than asking other people. So let's just say you have this big plan in mind that you want to do for a big project, but you feel like nobody will like it. Well, who cares if somebody likes it or not? You'll be motivated to use your own ideas and your own confidence in order to create the projects that you want to create. Who cares what anybody else thinks? who cares what anybody else thinks? It's your project at the end of the day. You're allowed to get people's help, but at the end of the day, it is your decision. So another reason why is you won't rush your work either. I feel like some people just rush their projects because they want people to see it right away. Who cares what the time is? Who cares if it's done in 1 hour or 5 days? People who love you will wait forever. They don't care if it comes out in 5 years, 10 years, 19 years. They'll wait. And if you take your time on something, you might even come up with more ideas or improve on it. And yes, you can show people to get their recommendations, but you shouldn't rush it. Art shouldn't be rushed. It is more efficient and more effective if you take your time on your work and put all the energy you can. Sometimes it's understandable if you have a deadline and you need to push a little forward and get your work done. But if you're doing it just for the sake of people seeing it right away, you're not looking inward. You're not being confident because you're, again, rushing so people can see it on time. Nobody cares about when you release something. Just take your time. Another reason why you should look inward is because you won't be constantly self-promoting just to get attention. You're not going to be like, oh, hey, random person, check out this video. Check out this video. Am I doing good? Am I doing good? It kind of goes back to making friends just for the sole purpose of being important. Self-promoting yourself over and over and over and over and over shouldn't make you feel better. It should be only promoting should be done in a business or something that people should be looking at. You shouldn't be promoting yourself over and over and over and over again just to get views and just to boost your confidence. You should be posting it. You should be promoting it so it becomes a huge success, not to boost your confidence. I understand if it's a really big project you've been working on your whole life, but you should be proud of it yourself. You shouldn't be promoting it on the internet and every viewer that looks at it, you'll feel more confident. No, it comes from yourself. Again, I will not stress this enough. Only you can motivate yourself. You won't be constantly spamming people like, hey, check out this video, check out this video, check out this video. You know, at the end of the day, the random people don't care. You can show your family, that's fine. Those are the people you should be sharing your work with. Your friends, your coworkers, not your boss, but you should share with people who you care about. Those are the people you should be focusing on. Another reason why you should motivate yourself is because you'll be relying on people less. It's good to collab with people. It's good to collaborate and work with people and ask for their ideas. But at the end of the day, you can only do what's best for yourself. Another reason why you should look inward is because it will help you learn more about yourself. If you're constantly asking other people for help, you won't be discovering what you like, or you won't be discovering the true potential that you have. If you do things for yourself, you'll learn what things you do like and what things you don't like. You'll learn more about your idea patterns. It will help you come up with more ideas by yourself rather than you asking people for ideas. It helps your project become more creative because you're working on it by yourself. You're coming up with your own ideas, and exactly, you can produce art in the way you want to. You don't have to force yourself to listen to other people's ideas. Usually the best artwork comes from yourself. It comes from all the swirling ideas that you have in your head. It will also help your brain be less chaotic. If you believe in yourself and you really do things yourself, your brain will be less chaotic. You'll know who you are. You won't be constantly questioning, who am I? What should I do? What's my purpose in life? You'll be more confident in yourself and you'll be working more. You'll get more done too. You'll get all your projects done more. You won't be dwelling on, oh, what if I do this? Then somebody won't like it. Oh, what if I do this instead? Somebody won't like it. Yeah, sure, you won't rush on your work and you'll take more time, but you'll get more done. Your projects will be much more efficient, better, bigger, and you'll get things done faster. Overall, your project will be much stronger because you're taking your time, but also getting it done and putting in the ideas that you want to. It's okay to ask for other people's ideas, but you can also incorporate other people's ideas in the way that you want to incorporate it. Don't just do whatever the other person wants. And if you're collabing with someone, compromise. Work together. It's okay to collab with people. Just do it in a way that you both want to do it. Don't just do what they want and don't just do what you want. In a collaboration effort, it's up to you both. And honestly, working with people also creates stronger ideas sometimes. Sometimes you can not have an idea and you're allowed to ask the other person. And that honestly in itself shows self-confidence. If you're asking other people to help you, that means you believe in yourself to communicate with somebody else, which is another version of confidence. That's social confidence. That means you're brave enough to ask for somebody else's opinion. And that shows that you care about other people. It's not even just about self-confidence anymore. It shows growth. It shows socialization. That's a good way to make friends too. If you're asking somebody else for help, you can become a potential friend and you could probably collab with that person in the future. Maybe you can do projects together, sing together, write books together, and you can bounce ideas off of each other and just give each other credit. Sure, you can do projects by yourself, but use the other person's ideas and incorporate it in your own way. And even if you're not collabing together, just use each other's ideas. It's nice to bounce ideas off of each other, especially if it makes the project stronger. And then also, believing yourself strengthens communication too. It helps you communicate with people better. It helps you learn what the other person likes and doesn't like, and honestly gets to know the person too, again, socially, making good friends. But the communication is strong. You give the person your idea, the other person gives you an idea, and you're constantly communicating, having a conversation, and it's better than sitting in your room alone being, lonely. You have a companion to talk to. And that, again, shows self-confidence, that you're brave enough to hold a conversation and have socialization. That's another thing. So let's go over it one more time. Being self-confident in yourself with your work helps because you won't be using other people for your confidence. You can produce art in the way you want to. When you collab with people, you're not doing it to define your confidence. You're doing it because you're confident in yourself that you can talk to another human being and maybe your project will become stronger that way. And you're confident in yourself that you both will do a good job. And in general, you'll just feel more motivated to produce art for yourself, not other people. You won't be obsessed with views. You won't be like, why doesn't this have 2 likes? Why doesn't this have 100 likes? You won't be worried about the views it gets. Even if it gets 2 views or 3 views, who cares? It's an amazing project and you should be proud of yourself and your partner and whoever communicates with you. It's a good way to make friends, get good work done, believe in yourself, and potentially go far in life. So be confident. That's what it's all about. So yes, this is the end of segment 4. I hope you had fun. I sure did. I love hanging with y'all. Y'all are such fun people, and I just love talking to you. That's what podcasts are, a form of communication. And it's a talent, too, and I have fun with it. So thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I would like to ask that you please remember to subscribe to the show and write a nice review. That really helps us. Also, if you could please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Life and Happiness Podcast, part of the GSMC Podcast Network. You can find the show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcasts on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type in GSMC to find all of our shows. From the GSMC Podcast Network, from sex and relationships to health and wellness, life and happiness, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's episode of the Golden State Media Concepts Life and Happiness Podcast.